10:39 on Thursday night, my neighbor rings my doorbell. If you think I'm awake to answer it, you're completely off your rocker. So she looks into the doorbell camera, kind of leaving a message, if you will, saying, whose cat is this? Holds up a cat. In the morning when I watched it, I'm like, that's definitely got to be our other neighbor's cat. So I write a little note and I'm like, hey, I'm sorry I couldn't answer the doorbell in the dead of night, but I think that is our other neighbor's cat. That afternoon, Friday afternoon, more like evening, she walks over with the note and she's like, yeah, so I actually found that cat in the crawl space beneath my house. And I'm like, that feels like something you should have included in the Ring doorbell message, but absolutely go off. And then she says, one of the craziest sentences I've ever heard. She says, my sister's been really into MGK lately, so I need to go get this signed poster for her that I found on Facebook Marketplace. And I was like, okay, well, where's the cat? And she's like, well, I couldn't bring it inside because Muffins is crazy. Muffins is her cat. So she's just kind of out here. So I sit on my porch while she leaves to go get MGK memorabilia. Psychotic. And the cat walks right up. It's the friendliest cat living on earth. And I'm like, you know what? This actually still kind of looks like our other neighbor's cat. So I'm waiting and I'm waiting for this guy to get home. At this point, it's like 8:30, okay? Very, very late, extremely late to someone like me. And this woman pulls up. I've never seen this woman. She starts walking towards his house. And I was like, hey, do you know if this is that guy's cat? And she was like, oh my God, I'm supposed to be cat sitting. I don't even know. Like, is that his cat? And I was like, I have more questions than you do. So how about you just run in there and like check if there's two of them in there. And if there's only one, we can kind of solve it right here, right now. She comes back out and she's like, there's two in there. That's not his cat. And she's like, do you think that cat had kittens in the crawl space? And I'm like, first of all, I don't even know if it's a girl. I'm saying she because that's just what I do and who I am as a person. Let's not say crazy things. Anyways, I then sat on my porch with this cat till 9:45. I posted her everywhere. I took her to the vet this morning to see if she had a microchip. She does not. People keep saying, oh, this is the universal cat distribution program. No one in the universe and the universe itself, nobody wants me to have 4 cats in a 600 square foot house. Get a grip. So the update on Crawlspace the Cat is he did ultimately turn out to be a neutered male cat. And if you are surprised by me misidentifying a neutered cat, you must be new here. I don't know what to tell you. Anyways, I have been posting him everywhere and I saw a posting for a lost cat. So that kind of looked like Crawlspace. So I sent the guy an email and I was like, hey, I have a cat that looks like your cat, Marcus Jr. And the guy immediately called me. He was like, hi, this is Marcus. I saw your email about my cat, Marcus Jr. And I want you to know that it took everything inside of me not to comment on that. But it wasn't him. He could hear Crawlspace in the background. He was like, my cat doesn't sound like that. So I'm still on the hunt for his family. Me and 2 other neighbors are taking care of him now. He's living in luxury. He has 2 beds on my porch. He's getting fed so much. He's fine. Eventually, if I can't find his family, I will probably take him to a shelter, but I'm on the hunt. This is someone's cat. I know it is. We've reached the drama section of the Crawlspace saga. Crawlspace is a cat who's living on my porch. I'm trying to find his family. Anyway, so I posted him on Paw Boost. There's a few normal comments, right? Like posters, shared, prayers. Then Mark comes along. And I do want to say, like, it could not be more clear in the post that I found a cat. He hits me with, put something outside with a strong scent on it, ... something the cat likes. And because that's not enough, he leaves a second comment, litter box will even work, ... That cat knows its own sense. I didn't lose a cat right here, right now, Mark. I found one. Caroline, and we all know a Mark, right? I don't ever engage. Caroline said, you know what? I am gonna engage with Mark. And she said, you mean find the pet parents, for that will not work, for this cat was found. Is it a little clunky? Sure, but she's standing up to Mark, you know? She does a second comment too. She says, Mark, why? It was a found kitty and humans do not smell litter boxes, LMAO, in all caps. Mark says, Caroline, oh, I noticed it was found and thought it was lost, ... sorry, ... lol. I'm not laughing, Mark. Thank you for reading in fundamental. Actually, I think that's her third comment. Mark responds, Carolyn, thanks for being so cynical. He spells it wrong. What a rotten attitude. I work with animals and I was only trying to help you, old hag. What kind of fucking boomer core insult is old hag? I love it. They're both legends.